Hello and welcome to Stretch. Today we're going to do some odd positions, but I want to warn you ahead of time that if they cause any pain in your hips or knees or shoulders or anything, go right to the parallel positions. So I'll start always with the parallel positions and then I will transform it into some of the odd positions. So be very careful with torquing anything, but really try these if you can, because they're going to get your joints and muscles from another angle. I'd like to start with a breathing exercise in tabletop. So let's take our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. Our head is long along our spine. I want you to take that big inhale and push the head back toward the glutes. Push the shoulders together. The shoulders don't go up or down. They just go together in the back. And hold that there and breathe 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then exhale into the cat curl, dropping the chin to the chest, separating those shoulder blades, lifting up through that spine, and breathe 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do that again with 2 breaths. So inhale, bottom and chin up, and you're going to breathe 2 times. 1 and 2. Then inhale and exhale into cat curl. 1 and 2. And then we're going to take it for 1. Inhale and exhale. 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. And last time, inhale and exhale. Now you're going to sit right back on parallel legs. So sit back first. Don't worry about your arms yet, right? So sit back. And if it's too much for you, just take one leg back at a time and just hold it right here. We're going to breathe 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to reach those arms up and breathe 3 times again. 1, 2, and 3. Now reach the right hand over to the right corner of the mat. Bring the left hand beside it so that the thumbs are touching. The back part of your body is still parallel. The front part of your body is pulling from the waist over to the side. You want your head to stay between your arms, so you don't try to push it forward. So let's breathe. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to walk it over to the other side. So this is where you can stay centered. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Take it over to the first side again for the 2 breath. 1 and 2. And then over to the second side for the 2 breath. 1 and 2. And then we're going to do alternations. So over 1, over to the other side. 1, 3 more times. 1. Feel that right along those lats. And 2 more times. Over 1. Keeping that head moving with the stretch. And 1. Oh, yeah. And last time, both sides. 1 and 1. Now bring yourself back up to tabletop. You're going to cross the right knee over the left. Now you're going to try to sit back. Elbows are bent. Elbows are bent. So sit back. This is a little, again, this is awkward. So you can, again, stay parallel just like we were before. All right, you're going to breathe 3 times. And then you're bringing it back to center and crossing the other way 3 times. Sit back, sit back. You're still on your elbows. And then we're going to do it for 2 breaths. Cross. 1. Really push back as far as you can. I want you to feel a stretch under your underarm and along your lats. And then switch over. 2 breaths. Feel that push back. And then we're going to go for 1. Cross for 1. The other way. We're only doing 2 of these because we're adding on. And again, cross. Good. And the other way. And cross. Now come back to tabletop. I want you to reach your arms to the top of the mat and come straight back with that really strong upper body pull. And breathe into it. 3 times. Last one. All right, so you're going to extend one leg, push into the toe through the heel, and sit back. Three breaths. Come back up. Now cross that extended leg over the other leg, and you're going to sit back into it for 3 breaths. Sit back as far as you can, straight back. All right, bring it up. You're going to sit back and extend the other leg. Those arms are still reaching. Then cross it over. Bring it up and cross it over. 3 breaths. Sit back into it. You feel it's a lot in your hips. And then bring yourself up. You're going to reach to the top of the mat, outside top of the mat, come over to the side. Then you're going to reach with your feet to the top of the mat until you create this U shape, or they call the banana, right? So we're in this banana position. Our hips are back. Push back. You want to feel hollowed out in the chest, in the core. You want to feel those hips pushing back. So really point forward with those feet. Keep the arm over the ear. Good. And breathe into it. Nice. Then we're going to straighten the legs down the mat. Push into your arms so you're up on your elbow. And then we're bringing the top leg into a position with the knee facing the ceiling. Make sure you're parallel between the arm and the shoulder, and you're pressing into that hip. Good. Good job. Hold that right there. Now, I'd like you to take the hand on the outside of the leg, bring it in, and 3 breaths. Really hug it. Then let it come back to parallel, and then push it out on the side of the foot. Push with your arm, your hand, and you want to feel definitely some opening of that hip crease. So you can like move. I like it down to the top of the thigh where it really pushes into my groin because that's where I need the work. You might want it up here for leverage, wherever you want your hand. Just push into it. Now bring the leg back up, and then you're going to take your chest straight down to the floor, right here. So you're lowering your chest to the floor, arms are out to the side, head is right down on the mat, and breathe into it. Now push up, and you're going to take those legs forward. This leg then comes beside the long leg. So, man, we got to remember what our top leg is. I want you to flex the bottom leg. Nice. And then drop it out to the outside. So the small little toe is going out to the outside. So lift yourself up in this. Bring that flex foot up and drop it toward the inside. Now bring that leg to parallel, and I'd like you to take this top knee down to the side. We're going to lift out of it, and we're going to slide down into a forward fold. So because we have only one leg down, you have to imagine yourself centered between the 2 legs. So your chest is going to be still parallel to your body. So put your hand on the front ankle, and then the other one on the lower ankle, and bring yourself down. Once you get yourself down, I want you pushing the elbow into that thigh. There you go. 3 breaths right here. Now slide that top arm beside the bottom arm so it's coming down. Slide them both in, and then you're going to take a spinal twist across this leg over here. If you can't go into a spinal twist, just an opening to the side is good. You just open yourself to the side, right? So your arms would be out. If you can continue, you're going to reach that hand back, put the hand on the thigh, take the rotation, head and shoulder tracks. Your head is lifted. Your Shoulders are nice and open. You're spiraling upwards, and you're going to breathe 3 times. Then you're going to inhale, come as far as the knee, and then we're going to walk that out over there. Try to keep as much down as you can. Things are going to lift, but we want to get this stretch in the back. So if you feel like you've released too much and you're not getting into the back, come up here and lower down. If you feel like you can go farther, just continue down onto your elbows. So from here, we're going to transition to that banana on the other side. So you're reaching to the top of the mat with your legs and your hands. And further into the camera. The arm is over your ear. You're reaching parallel. The feet are pointed strong. You're hollowing out nice and deeply into this position. Nice. We're stretching back. You want to feel the stretch right under the arm, down the lat, around the hip, and out. So keep it going. All right. Now we're going to straighten ourselves. Bring this leg up and come on up onto your elbow. Make sure the elbow and the shoulder are parallel. You're pushing into that leg. Breathing into it. 3 breaths. Beautiful. Now you're going to take the arm around and lower it down and do 3 more breaths. Looking straight ahead so your head isn't pushed back, dropping down and rotating to the side. Nice. Then bring it back up to center and push it to the out. Breathing 3 times. Flatten your head and bring yourself all the way up. Bring that leg beside the other leg. The foot is flexed. You're lifted out of the tailbone, right? You're bringing that leg in and you are good. And you are flexing and then dropping it to the outside. Feeling that on the inside of the leg. It's really sometimes hard to say on your sit bones for these, but you can do it. Then bring the foot to the center and take it to the inside. You're going to feel that under the knee. Breathe. Now you're going to put that leg down. You're going to grab the ankle, pushing that elbow into the floor, and grab the other ankle and lower your chest down to the center for the full forward fold. Keep pushing that leg down. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. You get as low as you can, feeling that reach in your back, along your lats, out of your hips. Then reach the other hand forward so it's a full forward fold. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. All right, let's scoot it up. Open the arms, and again, you can come to the side, or you can take it into the spinal twist. So big inhale and exhale, rotate. Big inhale and exhale, rotate. Woo! Big inhale and exhale, rotate. Hold it right there, lift up. Breathe 3 times. I really needed that one. And then inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring it back to the knee and walk it out as far as you can without losing your anchor. Then you push off, and then we take it right out into our tabletop, or our straddle. Tabletop and straddle are 2 basic positions, so that's one of the reasons I mix those up. So we're going to do a little bit of upper body before we continue with the lower body. So it's really important that you're on your sit bones, so feel free to bend those knees to be on your sit bones, okay? All of this can even be done, this part can even be done in a chair or standing. All right, so we're going to take our arms out to the side, and we're going to come over to the first leg. So this is not an awkward position, but it's one that we really like. So I want you to reach across the top. So it's a stretch out of your hip and waist and shoulder. So just reach. Looking ahead. You don't need to be turning toward the screen, right? Now put the other arm down on the floor and bring this arm over the ear to the side. So you're bending down, you're diagonal over your hip, and you're coming to that nice long stretch. All right, so I'm working with my right arm up. I want to keep that in mind. Now you're going to come down on the elbow if you can in the back and just extend that stretch. Now I want you to take the other foot, if you're doing this on the floor, point it. Point that other foot. There we go. So you get a nice long stretch in here. Now push into it and the other arm comes out. You're going to take this arm and slide it across 4 times. 2 and 3, and then we're going over to the other side. So we're coming to the back. Nice. Just reach, reach, reach. I forgot to do the reach out. So let's do that reach out first. Reach out. Let's really get that reach out. Now this is where you can fall back on your sit bone, off your sit bone. So make sure that you're keeping yourself up. Now come over that ear. And take it down to that elbow. Get that deeper, deeper stretch. Push yourself up, and it's going to be the slide across. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Great job. Now you're going to come down the middle. So we're coming down and putting your hands right on the floor here. Widen those fingers and just rock back and forth. Make sure you're coming to the top of your sit bone so it's not halfway. Come to the top of your sit bone. Good. And take it back. Good job. Nice. Now put your hands out in front of you and push your palms toward the screen. Nice. We're going to take it over to one side and feel the stretch in that. Well, for me, right arm, but I call it my first arm because it can be wherever you want. Now, I want you to move your head there too. So if you have your neck torqued, I'd rather have you have your arms, your eyes looking at your fingers. Then bring it back to center and then over to the other side. Good. And then bring it back to center. And then you're going to take it up to your forehead. And you hold it right there. I'm going to lose power. So let me plug in. Didn't pay attention to my battery this morning. Just hold it up at your forehead and breathe. Nice. And then, where am I? I'm in straddle. And then bring it down below your chest. So I want those shoulders to be in a declining position. Right. Beautiful. Now land those hands out in front of you, big fingers. You have the big open fingers here. You're looking down toward the mat. Your head is on your spine. You're going to flatten your hands and drop your elbows, and then bring it back up onto your fingertips. Drop it down to your elbows and bring it back up onto your fingertips. 2 more. And weirdly enough, you might feel this in your legs. Last one. Hold it right there. Breathe 3 times. And then lower your chest as far as you can. You slide one arm into the inside of the leg, bring the other arm across, getting more lats, getting more shoulders, getting more opening. And then you're coming over to the inside of the other leg. And again, 3 breaths. I always have a number for today, the day, and today it's 3. Then bring yourself up. You are going to take one leg, move the one leg into the shoulder position, then take the other leg behind you in a bent position if you can, right? So we're going to have this kind of, what they used to call these sprinter stretches right here. It's an open sprinter stretch. I want you to lift it out of here and then walk down to that thigh. Inhale up and lower down one more time. You have a little bit more extension there, you just don't know it. and then push off, and then we're going to take it to the center so you walk it out. Now you have to stop wherever something hurts. If you need to open the knee a little bit or just not bend it at all, that's entirely up to you. And breathe into it. I'm feeling a lot of great stuff on that internal rotator, which we're going to address in a second. And then push off. Then I want you to put your hand under that thigh and bring it up and push it down. This is where we get that internal rotator that very often causes a lot of the pain in our hips and back. Last one, and bring it up. And hold it there, flatten the foot, put the arm over the top, and stretch right to the ceiling. So you're doing an L stretch right here. Straighten that leg out, and you come on over. Good. All right, after 3 breaths, we bring ourselves up. This leg comes into shoulder, the other leg comes behind us. Now, you may not be able to bend both legs behind you. You may be only able to do one. Do what you can if you need to be open. This is one where I have trouble behind me, but I understand it. Yep. So first you're going to come down over that leg. Yes. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. Good job. And bring it up and out to the side. Big open leg. 3 breaths. And then bring yourself up. And this is where I can't go to the center, crack. So we drop down to the center. 3 breaths. Bring yourself up again and lower down again. And 3 breaths. And then you bring yourself up. I'm going to bend it again because I can do the internal. So take it up and push it down. Take it up and push it down. Take it up. Oh, that internal rotator does not love me. Take it up and you come out here and you come on over. Slide that leg all the way down and come to the center and lower down. Push yourself up. We're going onto our back. We're not going to be on our back for long today. We're going to be a little bit more work standing. So curl yourself all the way down. Separate your hips from your rib cage. So you're lifting your glutes up and walking them down the mat. I want you to bring one leg in. The other one stays in this flat position right here. You're going to bring one leg in and just hold it in that squeeze. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And we're going to breathe 3 times, and you're going to see why I kept that other leg where it is. If you can. If you can, just take it out. Now we're going to take the foot across that leg and scoot in from the bottom. So it's not a pigeon. It's just ankle crossed over. And hold it right there. Yeah, 3 breaths. Then lower that foot and push it out into pigeon and just push it. I want you to just do a little bit of shimmying back and forth with that so you get a little bit of blood flow in the hip crease and the groin muscle. Just shimmy back and forth. Now take it all the way down on the side of the crossed leg, and you're going to get some really nice oblique and lat stretching right here. And then you're going to bring it up and take it all the way over to the other side. And of course, we know this is serratus and shoulder and hip and waist. We do this all the time. Beautiful. And then bring it up. And then we're taking this into our happy baby pose. And then dropping the other leg flat out. And I'm going to move this happy baby pose around. So we're going to start with our foot on the outside and our knee kind of facing the shoulder, not going straight down. So I want you to rotate it out to the outside. and then bring it up and try to take it a little bit on the inside. You might use your elbow to push it around a little bit because I'm trying to get into that hip rotator, as you know. Good, and keep that other leg out into that tree pose. All right, then bring it down right through the middle, and you can adjust wherever your hands are. Like right now, it might be on your toes. Right down to the middle. Then I want you to release it and create a reclined butterfly right here. Nice. So you got that nice open release there after you did those crunchy things. So we did those things where we created flexion right in that groin muscle, and now we're in extension. So it's always important to work complementary stretches. All right, let's go to the other side. This leg goes up. This leg just goes across it, right? And you're going to take it to one side. So we're going to lift it up and take it to the side of the top leg. Get that nice hip stretch. And then we're going to give it a squeeze in the middle. Remember, it's crossed, so it's not open, it's crossed. Squeeze right here in the middle. Breathe 3 times. I feel all kinds of things going on. I hope you do too. Lower it down. Take it over to the other side. We love that. Bring it back to the middle and open that leg into your reclined pigeon. All right, here we're bringing it in. Oh, goodness gracious. And then lower that leg. Bring it into half baby pose with the knee facing outward and the other leg dropped into tree. Right here. You have your knee facing outward. Good. Bring that leg up and try to push it inward. Oh, whose idea was this? And then release it right back into seated reclined butterfly. From reclined butterfly, I want you to put your elbows into the floor, come up on the top of your head, and really open your chest and back. Open that throat too. And then push up and lower, cross the arms behind and touch the shoulders and do the counter stretch. Bring those legs together to the front and bring yourself all the way down, flat on the mat, stomach down. Okay, we're going to start with the center cobra. That's going to be your parallel position. It's going to be a mini cobra to start. And then you can, when I go to the side cobras, you can stay with the center if that's your need for your shoulders, wrists, or whatever. All right, your legs are straight down the mat, parallel, sit bone width apart. Your eyes are down. You're going to sweep up halfway, just the chest off the floor. That's your mini cobra right there. You feel everything else hugging the floor and release it down. Good. We're going to do 2 more of those. Big inhale and exhale up. And release it down. And last one in the center. Big inhale and exhale up. And release it down. Now I want you to take your right hand across to the tops of the fingers of your other hand. Let your chest come into that position. So here are your thumbs touching each other. The right hand is across, right? Your elbows coming up to the top. Your chest is turned toward it, and you're bringing yourself up. So it's kind of a crooked mini cobra. Good, and hold it and bring it down. We're going to do 2 more. Your eyes are also turned to the side. Bring it up. I told you it's going to be awkward moves today. And lower down. And push up. That rotation. And lower down. And then we're going to switch that to the other side. So your chest is going to rotate toward the thumbs on that side. The second arm is across. And then you bring it up. And lower down. Good. You hang on with those vertebrae. That belly is nice and long. And lower down. And last time, bring it up. And lower down. And then we come back to center. Elbows at our side and full cobra is up. Good. Get those shoulders away from your ears. Nice. And hold it right there. I'd like you to cross your legs, open up your knees, and sit back into top pose. Big, wide knees. You can put your toes together across your ankles like I have them. It doesn't matter. Now come back up. If you have your ankles crossed, cross them the other way. If you don't, just sit back again. 3 more breaths. And then bring yourself up to tabletop and parallel those legs. I gotta look at my clock. Okay, let's take one leg forward. Bring yourself up if you can. Again, some of this can be done standing if you are not in a place where you can do those resting on your knee positions. And you're going to push that forward like we always do, looking straight ahead. We've got that beautiful lunge into position here. Nice. Now you're going to move back and step that leg off the mat and try to go forward again, off to the outside. So you feel a lot more opening in the groin here, right? So straight ahead. And then bring it back to center. And then you're going to walk it over to the other side and push into that hip forward. I can really feel this more in the back than in that hip. Nice. You can keep finding more room. You just never want the knee to move. You just want to find the room in the hip and in the thigh. All right, bring it back to center and put it into your flex. We start with a bend inside the flex. And you're going to put both hands inside, then move that leg to the outside and try to come down to your elbows. Bring yourself up and try to take it all the way across. Put your hands around the outside of it. Don't rotate your ankle. Just come on down. Again, these are awkward. Stay parallel if you want to. You'll still get a stretch. All of this is going to still be a stretch. All right, let's bring that leg to the center. Bring our chest down one more time. Get on your spine. Sit back a little bit. Then put the hands inside and we come back to our second side and we're right into that push. Yeah. And then a little crazy. It's okay. Crazy, it's okay. Really feel as much opening as you can. All right, we're going to take it to the outside and still push forward. Woo! I love that opening in the groin. That is roller level opening. Bring it back and cross it over just a little bit. You don't have to do it much. Push it forward. These are not contraindicated because you have the hip muscle or the hip joint is a ball. So you have a lot of movement there. All right, coming into our flex in the center, you're going to come down. I'm going to feel that as we lower beside that leg, inside the leg. While you're down there, you can move it to the outside by putting your hands in and sitting back. Everything's 3 breaths. Don't push your head on the back of your neck, okay? And then lift it up and take it to that inside. Bring it down, hands on the outside. Ooh. Hands straddle the legs, bring it back to center and try to sit back a little bit. We are walking our hands inside those legs, and then we're back to tabletop. We're going up into our downward facing dog. So let's take it up. I'm sure you expected that. All right. We're just going to push. Right now, we're just going to get into this position. I'm not going to jump you into action right away. I really, really like us to sit in the downward facing dog, extending as much as we can while we're in position. right? So that's really important. Now, I want you to lower your knees as close to the mat as you can, and then extend your glutes right back up. Do that 2 more times. Close to the mat as you can. Don't lose your long arms. Don't lose your push toward the chest. 1 more time. Nice. And bring it straight up. Now, cross your right leg over your left and hold that first. 3 breaths. Bend both knees and push it back up. And again. Last time. Oh my goodness. And push it back up. And the legs are side by side. Try to push those heels down when you come back to the center so you can always feel what new extension you have. Cross left over right. Hold it first. Bend those knees down. Push them back up. Good. Bend those knees down. Woo! Push them back up. And of course, you're going to find where you have a little icky parts of your body and push them back up and then work parallel. All right. Try to find that push back some more. Try to push those heels down some more. Nice. I want to stay here all day, but just not going to happen. All right, we're going to walk those hands in, and you're going to hang and curl yourself up. And we're right here in the center. Hi. I've been down for so long, I always like to be up. So I want your legs far apart and soft. We're going to take one hand by the ear, nice long hand, the other hand down the leg, and just do that side to the corner of the room stretch. So it's an extension, extension, extension. Really take it long. And then bring it up. Then I want you to aim toward the back corner of the room. So you're going to take that hand behind you and stretch. So we're exploring all the dimensions of the joints and muscles, and bring it up. Now the hand's in front of you and to that front corner of the room. Not opposite, just right there on the same side. Feel how different that is? And then bring it back up and let's lower that arm. Let's do it to the other side. First to the side. Hand comes down the side of the leg. And breathe 3 times. And then back and stretch. So the hand's behind your thigh. And you're going to that back corner of your room. Third one. And then to the front corner. It's really getting so much in the serratus and in that shoulder blade, right? Feels so good. And then bring it back to center. Then I want your hand behind your head. And we're going to come over to the side with the elbow. We'll start on the second side. Make sure your knees are soft so your back's protected. Then we're going to tilt it kind of like a sunshade, like open the rotation. Then you're going to look behind you, keeping those elbows open. And then bring it up and back to center. Let's do it to the other side. First, we go to the side. Getting a lot of that upper body again. And then open to the corner of the room. Wow, that rotation off that hip. You may have felt it on the first side. I didn't so much, but I'm feeling it on the second side. And then look behind, keeping it open. And then we'll bring it back to center. Then the arm drops down, the other arm comes over, and we're taking that neck into an open position as we reach to the side. And then you're guessing, right into the floor corner. So you're taking it to where the floor and the wall meet, or the 2 walls meet in the bottom. Then the other corner of the room. I don't think we've ever done this before. Back to center, bring the head back up. Same thing, over to the side. Make sure that other shoulder blade does not lift toward your ear. And then where the walls meet on the floor, where your baseboard is maybe, if you have one. And then over to the other side. And then bring it back up and release it. Nice. You're going to roll those shoulders back 8 times. We need to get ourselves into a parallel position. 4, 5. As we move through these things, we keep 6, making sure we're back in parallel position. 7 and 8, and then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I want to bring the legs in just a little bit more and soften those knees. Now we're going to do hip to rib cage to start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I want you to slide one leg back, and we're going to take it to the front. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Weird. 7, and 8. Parallel, and then you're taking the other leg back, and we're coming over. 1, and 2, and 3. Push into it. 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and then come side by side, and the top goes side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take one hand across and go into that shoulder. And 2, and 3. If you can, if not, stay parallel. 4, 5. We don't want to hurt anything that's fragile. 7, and 8. Bring it back. Other side. 1, and 2. Woohoo! And 3. Got to get the mechanics, right? 4. So interesting. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Come back to the center. You're going to flap the arms in and out. 2, just the chest and the arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then let them fly down. Good. Nice. Now we're going to roll our shoulders back again, but this time we're going to put the elbows into it so that it gets the whole back. Take it back. 1, and 2. I want you to feel this like almost like a whole body roll. 4, 5. Remember how you did that in dance? 6. Okay, you never took dance? Okay, 7, and 8. That's okay. 1, you'll figure it out. 2, and 3. Crack, crack. 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And we come closer to the center. I want you to bring that leg up. Take it out to the side. Take it back. Bring it back up. Take it out to the side. Take it back. We're only doing 4 of these, and then we're going to take them the other way. And if you need to hold on, that's okay. And come to the center. Take it back to the side, to the front. Back to the side, to the front. Back to the side, to the front. Last one. Back to the side, to the front. And we lower down. Same thing on the other side. Front, side, back. Front, breathing, right? Side, back. And front, side, back. Bring it to center, back, side, front, back, side, front, back, side, front. Last one, back, side, front. Lower those legs, open them a little bit, soften them, and it's washing machine. Just sweeping side to side. Woo, nice. Keep your head over your tailbone. Just make this fluid. 8 more. 8, 7. Yeah, I'm taking you slow. 6, 5. You're beautiful. 4, 3, 2, and come to the center. Let's breathe it up and down. 2 more up and down. Last time up and down. Thank you for coming to stretching. We did some different kind of movements today. I hope you felt it or you accommodated your own body, but you got something to help you feel better for the day.